All right, thank you, Steve. And joining me now live in studio for more in-depth coverage of Chafee's presidential run is Eyewitness News political analyst Joe Fleming. Joe, thank you for being with us.
My pleasure.
So when we spoke recently, you said that Chafee wasn't necessarily running to win, but rather to push his stances on key issues. We heard a little bit from Steve. The Iraq War was one of them, Geneva Conventions, the Constitution. Kind of go through some of the other things you talked about.
I think what we saw today was what Lincoln Chafee wants to talk about, the Iraq War, foreign policy. That's why he did the speech at George Mason. The whole thing was aimed at foreign policy. He feels very comfortable talking about his position on how he differs from Hillary Clinton back in 2002. And I think that's one of the main issues that Lincoln Chafee wants to get across in this campaign.
There were some kind of random topics in there. I know the metric system was one of them.
He mentioned a couple of things. The metric system, ending capital punishment, Edward Snowden. Those are all type things he's trying to aim to the progressive part of the party. Try to get the progressives to support him and give him their votes.
And maybe bringing things to the forefront that right now aren't big topics in the presidential race either.
There's no question. However, those are not the things that are on the minds of most average Americans at this point. They're thinking about foreign policy, which they are, but jobs in the economy. That's the main issue.
Now, do you think his run will shake up the race at all? I know he's targeting Hillary Clinton specifically. Will he have an impact?
Well, the problem he has is two other Democrats have also joined the race besides him and Hillary Clinton. Former Governor O'Malley of Maryland and Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont. Both of them are progressives. So they're basically going to be taking the oxygen out of the air that he wants, the part of the party he wants to grab isn't going to be there because these people are actually raising money, putting campaigns together where he hasn't shown any sign of doing that at this point.
He's not going to get the attention that he wants.
No, so the attention will be very difficult if you're not raising the money.
Now, I spoke to WPRI.com reporter Ted Nesi today. He's been kind of keeping an eye on the national media's coverage of Chafee's announcement, saying that a lot of them are kind of mocking this announcement. I know there were a few things on Twitter mocking it. Do you think he will be taken seriously at all?
Well, keep this in mind. Lincoln Chafee has never run as a Democrat. He's run as a Republican many times. He ran as an independent once. This is his first time as a Democrat. So he really has no strong base among the Democrats in this country. It's going to be very difficult for him. It's going to be difficult for the national media to take him very seriously, especially if you're not building an organization and you're not raising money.
All right. Eyewitness News political analyst Joe Fleming, thank you for being with us. And our in-depth coverage of this campaign 2016 breaking news continues. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll go back out live to Virginia with a closer look at former Governor Chafee's presidential announcement.